Hi, I'm back with another video, and this time it's story time, kind of type thing, I guess you would call it. Wednesday, November 8th, my dad had decided to go get breakfast. He had tried on Sunday to go out and get breakfast. We found out that Wendy's wasn't open for whatever reason. Don't know if it's because of daylight savings time. They didn't have anybody to work at that moment, but they weren't open. Sonic didn't open till 8. We did not know that. And I found out another Sonic I've been to didn't open till 9, which shocked me. Either one of those on a Sunday. And so he changed his mind about getting breakfast. Then he asked me, if he could go get, do you want breakfast? And I said, yeah. So he goes and he gets it, and I think it's on his way back home. He said he's driving down the road, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, off to the side in the wooded area, a deer just comes running out and hits into the pickup. And so he gets home with breakfast, and he goes, I hit a deer. And they, of course, took him a while before he stopped panicking and freaking out from it, because he was like, I'm still on edge, and I can't blame him. And so when he told me that, I went to the front of the pickup and was looking, and I'm like, well, it doesn't look like there was any damage to the lights. Didn't look like there were any dents. There was like this grill thing that was pushed in, and my dad fixed that, so that, I don't know if that thing was important or not, but he fixed it and made it go back up where it's supposed to. And it didn't look like there was any damage other than it pushed into that. And so he told me, he said after it hit, it ran across the street, and he said it dropped. So he said, I'm pretty sure it died. He goes, it may have gotten up and started moving again. He said, I don't know, but he said he's pretty sure it died from hitting into the truck. And we were discussing, I'm like, well, I'm glad you're fine, because I know that is scary, because that was always my mom's biggest fear. She always had me watching for the deer and stuff. She's like, I'm gonna be watching, but I need you to make sure and watch and let me know. And so we can make sure, we slow down, we stop, we swerve, we move. We know where they're coming from if we can see them. And because then we started reminiscing about people we've known who have had their vehicles totaled, like guys at work who've had theirs totaled from hitting a deer. I've known people, I've heard of people, who have been killed from hitting a deer. We know someone who, when she was on the highway, a deer darted out and hit her vehicle. And I can't remember if it hit the windshield and flew up, or it went through the windshield. But it took her a while before majority of, I guess, her injuries were okay, and she was back up and moving. But she had to go through a lot from that, plus she has memory loss from it, so that's an ongoing thing. And so the last time we'd seen him, I remember hearing about how that had happened, and we could tell because she had no clue who we were the last time we went to their house. And we could tell, my mom said we might want to stop, when we see him, say hi to him, but we might not want to go to their house because it seemed like it was really upsetting her, since she didn't know who we were. And so then there was the one time out on the highway. I vaguely remember we were little. I think it was my mom, my grandma, me, and my brother. Everybody started stopping, and there was a deer in the road crossing the highway. Then there was the one time my mom and I, we were going past, there's this house, their yard has a deer in it, or deer all the time in it. And we were coming down the road, and that's the house my mom always said to watch out for the deer, make sure they're not running out, and they're all in their areas they're supposed to be when they're eating, or back across the street. And so we were coming down that way, and all of a sudden I think it happened twice. One time somebody, I think, swerved, and there was a deer. The second time we were going down the road, I think somebody kind of moved, and there was a deer beside us. And it was running along beside us going down the road. And my mom was like, okay, you've got to stop and let me get ahead of you, or, because my mom was like, I'm trying to get it past you. I'm already going slow enough, it's like, you can get it behind me. I never thought we were getting rid of that deer, because we're like, that deer's like, you get moving, I'll get moving, somebody get moving, and we're both like, oh my gosh, we're going to be going down the road with this deer following us all the way home because we couldn't get past it. And my mom didn't want to hit it, because it probably would have totaled her vehicle. Plus, she'd have been devastated hitting a deer. So it was like, we really didn't want to hit the deer. Finally, we managed to get past the deer, and he ran over to the house's yard to eat. So that made us happy he was out of the road. So yeah, that was kind of a freaky thing. the deer deciding to come out like that. So be on the lookout for deer. If you have deer in your area, it's that time of year for deer to be out. My dad said it was a big deer. It was a buck. He said it had huge antlers, I believe he said. So he's very sad about the deer. I'm glad my dad was okay, and so was his vehicle. And like I said, very sad about the deer. Don't know what he was thinking when he darted out, why he darted out. I guess he was the only one. Nobody else was seen around there. So I just thought I'd go ahead and do like a little what happened yesterday story time thing. Thank you for watching.